Good morning, chat. Hope y'all are doing fantastic today. Today, my only goal to try and fix the giant heads on these models. That's all I care about. Can I fix the just ginormous heads? We'll find out. But first, start up. Oh yeah, and this. There we go. Oh no! Uh-oh. I did not plan ahead. Let's see. While that's downloading, what am I gonna do? I guess most obvious thing to start with is first here. Actually, let's go to the Twitter post. Check out something. Because I like the proportions here. That's not what I wanted. So let's take some pixel measurements. See what this looks like, because I could see toning down the head on this one a bit, but not too much. So we've got 62 wide there. Chew about 35 wide. So not quite double the width of the shoe. Get a similar approximation here. $47 compared to $70 or $79. It's a pretty similar relationship. Huh. Hey, citrus things. I've been on my regular schedule. Where you been? Hmm. That's not quite right now. Because that's looking positively proportional. Gone to the gym 3 times. Should be getting ready to go now, but after learning that neither gym has a physical trainer, why go during the day? That's a fair point. Yeah, if your schedule allows you to go during off hours, that's fantastic. Yeah, I want to ramp that up a little bit more. Right? Feels wrong. Hmm. Oh, I guess the shoulder pads really do fill it out a lot more than I thought. Okay. New notification for Twitch. A live tap to rewatch this moment from whoever's stream. I'm not familiar with that one. What's going on there? I don't like that. There you are. Oh, I guess that's how it's supposed to look. Hey there, Tyler. How's it going? I've got the scaling right there. I'm doing pretty good. Just, trying to make these helmets not look quite so awkward with some of the other stuff going on. I'm half tempted to remodel this neck area. And maybe the trick for some of this, a lot in the back there that doesn't look right. Huh. Well, I'm clearly gonna have to add a neck for some of it. I'll probably use that as the basis for a neck. Okay. What? What do you mean I'm out of space? Where'd all my disk space go? Oh dear. See if we can claim some space here. No, we're not playing that right now. That'll help. That did not help as much as I wanted. Mina the Hallower? Ooh, fancy. Very fancy. Yeah, maybe I can give that a try at some point, maybe. I need to figure out why I have no disk space, though. How much is being taken up here? That's some of the problem. What about here? That's still not the biggest chunk. So where the heck am I losing all that space? Show me, system. What are my biggest sources of usage? There's nothing big, apparently. Oh, I've got plenty of space now. Okay. Yeah, you do what you gotta do. Played the demo and the hammer was very good. Good to know. There should be a tool for finding the biggest files. Not trying to recommend getting rid of things. You already said no. Alright, Tyler. You have a good rest of your day. So logically, this is where the head should end up. I want the head to be bigger than that, though. Arrgh. Yeah, that feels too small. Just found your hard drive the other day. Building your PC couldn't fit it because the PSU wires are in the way. The only place to mount the hard drive. You put it in an anti-static bag and left on the table? Huh. Yeah, that is... Pro tip to everyone in existence. Don't move people's stuff. They know where they left it. Yeah, the head's too small. Now the head's too big? This looks weird. Things vanish in your house so easy that you'll no longer buy the standard black of anything. It has to be brightly colored so I can find it. I can understand that. I can understand that a lot. Okay, so the head doesn't need to be that big. You're still just firing away, huh? Did not realize how bulky those gloves are. Hmm. Yeah, that doesn't work. That seems about right. Yeah, it's probably good. That actually kind of sort of works. Ooh. I know a trick I can do. Now... Perfect. It's almost like adding a knockout there. Perfect. Love it. And I should do the same thing to the other helmets. A little bit of a trick. But... seems to work. Mostly works. Of course, there's just a little bit. Perfect. Now, let's actually do our startup. You know, 40 minutes in. Just about. 35. Wait. For example, my 8, I don't know what that word is. 8-bit dough. I've hooked to the PC is mint green. Just realized the buttons are baby poop green. What? Is that a color? I don't think baby poop green is an actual color. I think you made that up, sir. Go away, GeForce. I need to just, like, disable that overlay completely. So, I did decide to wish on the new banner. And I got the new character after 2 wishes. Or 2 10 pulls. So, we've got a new character to raise. Yeah, I checked out her initial gameplay footage and just decided, you know what? That character looks awesome. Let's get her. Wait, its color is that? Hold on. I hope this isn't real. This says that's olive. That's not olive, but I would have called that like pea soup green. Then again, I imagine there is a pea soup green that is almost exactly this color, but off by like 1. And they've, like, there's probably a special name for all, what is it? All 17 million colors, let's say. There's probably a special name for all of them, when there really doesn't need to be. This is awful. This is awful. Barney purple? Oh dear. Hold on, hold on. Blue with a hint of purple? Get out of here. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. This is nonsense. People are just making this up. There's no system here. Come on, shaders. I'm ready to do a little gameplay. It's a community project by XKCD for naming colors. I did not read that. Okay, now the names make a lot more sense. But also no. And just no. That's my answer. No. What was the question I'm answering? No idea. But my answer is no. So, folks, we got a new character. Let's try her out. And I will never know how to pronounce her name. I've heard... I pronounce her Cartethea, which is wrong. I've heard Cartethia. I've heard Cartethia. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All I know is she has big swords. Arceus, like, what do you mean?
Now begins the knight's story.
Arceus is Arceus. What's the confusion?
Listen, the trio of destiny. Halak!
Woohoo! Holy cow!
Repent.
She's a monster.
Face your destruction.
I didn't even get to use her second liberation. What? Also, she's so big. Holy cow. She's massive. Okay, I love this character already. That was amazing. Also, does she just stay in that form? Surely there's a time limit. There are at least 3 to 5 pronunciations, all coming from the Pokemon Company themselves. She has 2 different stances. One is Cartethia, and the other is Fleur-de-Lis. But I didn't get to fully utilize Fleur-de-Lis. Also, I don't know what's going on with this quest. Oh. Okay, so it was just bugged when I was trying to do it. Got it. Go talk to Dragon Boy. Hello. How's it going? Skip. Ain't nobody got time for quest dialogue. What are we doing? We're the base of the tower. Okay.
I stand ready.
Hello?
Commence healing.
So we've got a new region, and we've got a new type of enemy. These guys can summon pets. And they are way tankier than most of the enemies we've found in the overworld. I want to finish up this exploration quest because getting in here is annoying. Okay. Hold on. I'm dying here. What was chat saying? There's a YouTube channel that does comedy sketches. Some of them are in the Skyrim-like setting. You skip like they do skip. But adventure, I would... Oh, you're talking about... I can't think of the channel name, but their fake video game MMO is... the town it's based in is called Honeywood. Viva La Dirtly, yes. That is the one. Their sketches are fantastic.
Did I mess it up? Did I mess it up?
These guys are mean, by the way. There's one I fought in the overworld that was ramped up to the nth degree. Took like 8 tries to kill. It was awful. So much buffering all of a sudden. Let me see if there's anything on my end. No? No? No, we're good. On my end, anyway. Well, welcome back. Yeah, I just checked all of my stream feeds and they're all happy. Okay, now how do I get there? Ah, no, no, no. Ah. Okay. Hooray! I have broken the crystals. Now, how do I get out of here? Ah, thank you. Okay, Durgan, you're free. Do I have to fight you now? The end of the topic? Oh, I was just saying that yes, Viva La Dirt League is the name. And that their comedy is awesome. Are any other chests? Yes. Oh, bother. Mm-hmm. Anything up there? No. What? What are we doing? Oh good, I'm just not allowed to see where I'm going. That's great. I wonder how they handle having the store and warehouse sets. They probably rent out a building. Or they probably lease a building for that stuff. And it's probably a real store with warehouse in the back. If I had to guess. Because for what they filmed, they don't need a big warehouse. Like, literally, a Radio Shack would be enough for what they're filming. And for that matter, it may be a former Radio Shack. Which would be kind of cool. Seems like it would be pretty ambitious startup cost. Well, the as far as I know, the store and warehouse stuff was not part of their initial business. I believe it was just Honeywood, which they just kind of built in someone's backyard. I believe that's how they got started anyway. But I have not researched them, so I don't know. Honeywood looks expensive, though. You'd be surprised how cheap you can do a lot of this stuff for. Especially if you're building it all yourself. I was a high school drama kid, so we built all kinds of stuff for very, very cheap. Like when your total set budget is like $1,000, you find a way. The flight mechanic in this game is just... I don't see any games beating it anytime soon. The only game I would say that's in competition with it would be... Oh, what was that game called that was a commercial failure completely? MMO Iron Man game. What was it called? Nope. Oh, what was it called? MMO that is basically Iron Man. Arg! I don't want actual Iron Man. Come on. I know it's on Origin. What's it called? I don't want Mew Origin, obviously. Oh my god. EA doesn't even list the game I'm thinking of as an MMO. Okay, what do they call it? Okay, so it's not an MMO. Multiplayer shooter with Iron Man suits. Light. What are you called? I will find this. Oh my god. I think one of the suits was called Storm. There, Anthem. I don't even see the title there, but the moment I saw this image, I'm like, it's Anthem. Why was I looking up Anthem? Oh yeah, comparable flight systems. Yeah, Anthem, I wish they had invested more time in building that game out, because the core systems I thought were amazingly fun. Maybe I'm alone there.
Quickly and swiftly.
But absolutely adore that game. The problem is you basically max out your character in a couple weeks of play at this point. Oh my god. Calm down, boy. Okay. Those things are awful. Like, they gave them a moveset that's as aggressive as some bosses. Like, yeah, we'll just dot these throughout the overworld. Great.
Quickly and
No!
Can keep
Not great.
running won't save you. You will yield. Take this. Start small to build big.
Sweet. I know I need to be doing dailies right now, but I'll be real. Part of me just wants to play this today. I know I need to get work done, but it's a new zone. That one's dead and closed, right? It is not closed to my knowledge, but it is basically dead.
Leave it to me. Commence heal.
The thing that's weird in the MMO space is the fact that any of them get shut down, really. Especially if you're a company like EA, where you have the infrastructure already and you're not renting it. There's little to no cost to maintaining an MMO in terms of just keeping it online. So if an MMO is receiving basically any funding, any income at all, it's probably worth keeping running. Okay, finally got them taken care of.
This looks valuable. Administering first aid. Appear
Yeah, I should put another scanner up. Yeah, I'm gonna do a longer startup today. Just because I feel like chilling a bit today. Plus, I basically finished the work that I had planned for today already, so I'm not too worried. I was watching one of those Elden games and the guy killed a dragon by making it gently land on a tree. Nice.
Watch out.
Oh, fake chest. Dead chest. Oh, hello. Too bad you can't cheese the spam boss placement. Then he goes and tricks an X-boss into running off a cliff on the wrong side of the bridge's wall. I mean, Dark Souls boss AI was never designed for working in an open world.
Watch out.
And Elden Ring did not do anything to change its AI. That's why almost all of the open world bosses, and a lot of the ones that have their own arenas, you can just cause them to jump off and die from fall damage. Okay, there's the last one. No, I don't want to fight all of you. Go away. Charge up. Pop. Hey there, Stellar Harbor. How's it going? And yeah, I know my title. You're catching us on a break.
Watch out.
I actually finished all of the dev work that I had planned for today, but there's more I can do. Uh-oh. What is this? Yeah, I'll get back to dev in like 10 minutes. Yeah, we're not doing all that right now.
Watch out.
Oh, they're gonna make me fight all these, aren't they?
Ouch.
Oh, they're all fake. Never mind. Bye.
This looks valuable. Hold on. My
Okay, enough out of you. Much better.
This craftsmanship. A wise investment.
Why do I see hamster image? That's my face. I was learning UV mapping yesterday. They had me make a plane to reinforce the previous lessons, but ironically, I had made 3 spaceships the same way between that initial lesson and the reinforcement. Huh. Well, I'm sorry you think it's cringe.
Quickly and swiftly.
SpongeBob, no, you're cringe.
Found your weak spot.
Well, if seeing a picture of a hamster is going to make you not want to watch a channel that has quality content, just and like the image alone is enough, that's your choice, I guess.
During first aid, appear.
I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Quality content. I mean, hey.
Did I mess it up? I'm no match.
Citrus, you really don't need to be arguing with them. I get the feeling they are here to troll. But, you know, do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna stop you. Oh, hold on a second. The clouds just came out and now my face tracking is all wonky. There we go. Yeah, this is part of the reason, Citrus, that I don't care for a lot of tutorials. Most tutorials do this, where they get you set up with certain skills, and then in order to reinforce things, they take you back down to a much more basic level. And part of this is just inherent in the limits of a tutorial. Like, everyone's going to learn differently and at a different pace. And trying to create a tutorial that's going to meet all of those needs is just not possible. Which is why my advice has always been and will continue to be, just go do. Don't worry about tutorials. Like, figure out what you want to make, start making it. And when you hit a point where there's something you don't know how to do in making what you want to make, look that specific thing up. You'll learn much faster that way. Partially because you won't be learning tons of other stuff that you don't need to know. Now, the time it takes you to become an expert at something is going to be long either way, possibly a little longer by using the approach I'm saying. But you're spreading that learning out over the course of potentially months as you learn all the little things you need to create something. What are you telling me about here? Don't care about that. After the plane was made, they were like, take this image from Wikimedia of a plane that appears twice with the same background. But the letters on the plane are flipped. Oh, you don't know how they flipped that section? Well, I can show you that real quick. UV editing. In the photo, not in Blender? I'm assuming that it was rendered using Blender, right? So, if I wanted to invert this, here is how I do it. Now, this image is not that image, obviously, but there you go. Notice how I've inverted that one section? No, not like that. Okay. I hate that I'm probably gonna go buy this thing, but I'm probably gonna go buy this thing at some point. Yeah, it's interesting how there is still this perception that gacha games are just inherently bad. Like, where's... Oh, there you are. No, let me out.
Running won't save you.
Okay, I really do need to go spin wave plates after this, though. How many are there? What is happening? Fun. Okay, the chest is open, or whatever this thing is.
This looks valuable.
Just gotta dodge at the right times. Positioning is optional in this game. So I'm trying to wrap the image around the model, and it's like, don't worry about the fact that the sky is on the plane. Just make sure the lettering for the bullseye isn't distorted. And it drove me nuts that not only the perfections were blaring, but I couldn't even match those sides. Yes, I have the link, but it's not in the other chat. So I have your image. Hold on a second. I need to set Opera GX to my default browser so it'll open over there. It keeps messing up one of my streams when I do this. So... I mean, I see two images.
Time to take a break.
Don't worry about the fact that the sky is on the plane, just make sure the lettering for the bullseye isn't distorted. I think the tutorial is telling you don't worry about the other stuff. I think it's trying to tell you just invert this section. And it's worth noting, there's a lot of distortion around the lettering. I don't know how they turned the plane around and mirrored it. Yeah, I mean, the plane is exactly the same. They're literally just taking this section of the UV and flipping it. That's all that's happening. They might be doing something a little more sophisticated that's causing this blur, this like distortion and stretching inside, like on the edges. I'm not sure what's causing that exactly. But yeah, no, that's what they did. They just flipped the UV. Hope that helps. You somehow forgot Photoshop existed? Is the tutorial... What tool is the tutorial asking you to use to do this, though? Because I'm assuming that they're not wanting you to use Photoshop for it. Okay.
The power to split
Oh,
and the currents of fate pull
can already level her up to max. Cool.
At times, as I drift in its grasp,
Oh,
the power to split and merge matter.
I assume I want this one. Yes. So they were just take this image and wrap it around the plane in Blender. And I took it as an unedited image. So I suspect the way they generated these two images is they started with this one on the bottom and then placed this on a plane in Blender, flipped the UV in this section, and then just rendered it.
Time to take a break.
Though I think that's what they want you to think they did. But I think you're probably right based on what I'm seeing here. They maybe just created this with Blender, or with Photoshop. I think you might be right. Because it does look like a Photoshop job. Where they were just like, here, just flip it and then, like, you know, just kind of smudge the edges around so it looks like it's not jagged. And the guy who did it afterwards was just like, did I do good, boss?
My running what you say. Still
Well, and of course the person left before we got to actually answering dev questions. Oh, people are funny. The heck happened there? And one more. You were streaming Deltarune last week and someone came in and asked, do you have GD? What is GD? Is GD a thing I should know, or is that part of the question here?
My compliment. Found your weak spot. You will yield.
I don't know what GD is, but if it's graphic designer, I do my own channel art. So please don't solicitate. I think you just mean solicit. They said Geometry Dash. Yeah, one thing you will learn streaming, and this is just info for everyone listening. When you stream, you will learn very quickly that people in general are terrible at asking questions. I mean, absolutely atrocious at asking questions. Because people will assume you are in their head, and that you are already thinking all the things they are thinking. And I imagine that's why some people get frustrated with me on stream. Because they'll ask a question, I won't know what they're talking about. I'll try to ask something to ascertain what they're talking about, and some people get frustrated by that. It's like, what do you want me to do here? I'm not a mind reader, much less a cross-internet mind reader. I don't know what to do, chat. I don't know what to do. All right. Oh wow, I'm already at 64% on that. That's cool. Okay. Anything else I need to do today on this? Probably not. Oh, let's do level up Artethia. Largely feel like acronyms can be used in cases of scope. So I can say Breath of the Wild to a Splatoon streamer, and they'll know I mean Zelda. But I can't say UC to a Zelda streamer, and they know I mean Undercover Brella. I've never even heard of Undercover Brella. From Splatoon. Okay. So, it's also a question of how common knowledge is the thing you're saying. So, the abbreviation BOTW, one, that's a 4-letter abbreviation. So there's inherently less things that can match up to it. And in the gaming space, Breath of the Wild is an extremely well-known name. And as far as I know, nothing else matches up to that abbreviation. Okay, that's that. Yeah, but I don't know if I would say POTK to a RDR2 streamer. Red Dead Redemption 2 and Tears of the Kingdom. Did I get them? I got I'm a pro gamer, don't you know? Okay, now I can buy this upgrade. Oh my goodness, I'm out of shell credits. Well, we're definitely done for the day. OGPP. The level in Pokemon Sleep. Well, yeah, if you're talking about game-specific abbreviations, of course that's not going to be general knowledge. So once you're within the category of a game, there's a whole new lexicon you need to learn of abbreviations. I'm gonna slightly dox myself here. There is a relative of mine who works in aviation, and one of their pet peeves is instructors who will use the abbreviation IAC when training people. Okay? No one knows what an IAC is unless they are in that industry and have already been taught what an IAC is. However, the full name fully explains what the thing is. Let me just double check to make sure I haven't missed something today. Okay, we're done with that. We're done with that. We're outie. So, IAC. Uh-huh. That's a fun abbreviation. Let's see what we get. Oh! IAC Inc. is an American holding company. Nope, that's not right. Intersocietal Accreditation Commission. Nope, that's not the one we're looking for. International Aerobatic Club. That's a new one for me. Okay, so if someone is repeatedly saying IAC, and instructors in aviation will just say the word IAC, they won't even say IAC. They call it an IAC. Well, given you have no idea what that means, what if I were to be saying instead, Integrated Avionics Computer? Oh. So it's the computer in the plane. Got it. And this is highlighting a general tip for anyone trying to teach anyone anything. Don't use abbreviations for at least the first week. Like, you can tell people, here is the abbreviation commonly used, but for the first several days that you're teaching someone something, don't use abbreviations if you can avoid it. Like, there's going to be some specific ones that can be used, especially if, let's say, you're working in a piece of software that shows the abbreviations and not the full name. That's a very common one. Or other instances are things in tech like HTML. Nobody ever says the full name of what HTML is. It's like hypertext language markdown something. Hypertext markup language. Yeah, I just, for whatever reason, my brain mixed the M and the L. And so I couldn't come up with the words. But yeah, hypertext markup language. No one says that. Ever. And honestly, hypertext markup language doesn't help your understanding of the thing. You've had that at workplaces. Yeah, it's so common for, especially in IT, for people to just talk in abbreviations when most abbreviations are not helpful. Once you're in the field and talking to other people in the field, sure, use your abbreviations. But also don't be surprised when someone who's even in the field and seasoned says, what do you mean by... I can't think of an example right now. What do you mean by TOTK? Wonder if Doom players know ACNH more than Apex Legends players. I don't think that's a real abbreviation, sir. I think you're making things up now. Going back to the gaming abbreviations, you'd say you consider separate scope because you consider Nintendo fans to have more general Nintendo knowledge than someone playing Halo. So there are certain Nintendo titles that expand outside of the, quote, Nintendo knowledge bubble. Breath of the Wild is an example of a game that knowledge expanded outside of the Nintendo bubble. ALTTP is another good example. A Link to the Past. That one, while definitely known by Zelda fans, I would say is probably known by most Nintendo fans, and anyone who watches game streaming probably has at least heard of A Link to the Past. And so if they saw that abbreviation, they'd probably have an idea of what it means. ATTP? Yeah, ALTTP, yeah. And I say Doom specifically because it came out the same day as ACNH. There were memes about Doom guy dating Isabelle. I don't know about that. I don't know much about Doom or whatever ACNH is. Oh, well, you can tell just by the genre of those two games, there's not going to be a lot of crossover. Yeah, like, genre can be a guidepost to knowing whether or not two communities will have some overlap in knowledge. So, for example, Metroidvania and Souls-like. There's a good amount of crossover mechanically between the two genres. And as a result, it's very, very common for Metroidvania fans to know Souls terminology. And it's probably pretty common for a lot of Souls fans to know Metroidvania terminology. Now, even within either of those two groups, you might not have specific terminology they know within Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. But we're sort of conflating a few different types of abbreviations at this point, because there's abbreviations that are genre specific. So things like backdash canceling. is a very general concept within Castlevania games, and a lot of Metroidvanias in general. And that's different than an abbreviation specific to one game. And for obvious reasons, there's going to be a different level of... different amount of people that know each of those bits of knowledge, just because they are inherently more or less general. Alright. So what am I doing for the rest of the day here? I do need to split the shoulders. I don't want to, but I need to. Alright. Let's split the shoulder. Or let me finish resizing the helmets first. Oop. You know what the bar at the bottom of the screen is missing? A big start button? So that it's Windows XP, you mean? Actually, that color tone is probably closer to like Windows 8. But yes, I understand. I made that on like my first day streaming and was like, here, slap it on. Done. Oh, right. I need you. Yeah, that'll layer how I want. Now hide you. And then we do the same thing here. Huzzah! Darker blue just looks like an application. How dare you? This, for some reason, you always peek down thinking I'll see it, and can't ever stop thinking of XP. I understand. XP was a good time though, so like, I'm not mad that it's evoking that feel. Oh no! It's not right. Okay, so this helmet is supposed to be around here. How the heck am I gonna handle this? Yeah, I have to get rid of that. Rayman really looking for work so hard these days? What if you give him a popped collar? Yeah, that's... Honestly, the popped collar, though, is part of the problem. Because I've got popped collar on some stuff and not others. God, there we go. I think I just let the chips fall where they may on this outfit and just make it work for the other outfits. I think that's my play. Same thing for that one. That layer's fine. So part of the issue that it's clearly visible over here. Let me try something a bit more finesse. I definitely want that gone. I think that's fine to get rid of. Gonna lurk so you can clean? I understand. I need to do the same. But that's not right. Something tells me I should not try to lurk while streaming. I don't think that would work well. Urge at last. So what if I try something like this? Not enough. Of course there's a hole there. Of course. No, that's not doing what I want. Never mind. Doesn't help. I'll keep those vertices around in case I feel like using them for something later. But I think this helmet is just going to be awkward. There's not a lot I can do about it. Oh well. Hey there, still needs work. How's it going? Ooh, I know what I can do. I can make a fake neck. I'm doing pretty good. You finish your machine learning course. Nice! Congratulations. That is amazing news. There's my fake neck. That's the one I want. Oh wait, I need to do it in order. I think that's what I want to do. Let's see if it worked. Yes. Okay, now to turn this into the fake neck I want. Now you have 2 new classes that started like the day you finished that course. Want a break? No break? No break. Sorry, you're not allowed. Maybe next year. Okay. I have constructed a fake neck. Sort of. Still needs modification. Where's faces? Hello. That neck is way too thick. Actually, hold on. It is, but not quite as thick as I thought. Oh, I do need to resize the heads, don't I? Oops. Hold up! Hold up! Hold up. I forgot about the heads. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's something I didn't consider. One. And hey there, Auron. Welcome. Ah, which file are you? Ah, not mask tint PBR. I want PBR mask tint. Of course. You know what would be really cool is proper naming. Whew. Okay, where would that be? I have no idea. There. That's gotta be it, right? Nope, that's not it. Oh. Well, that's even easier to fix than I thought. Dunzo. Hmm. That looks better. Not a lot better, but better. So, the popped collar is gonna be an issue. That's probably as tall as I want that head. Oh, wait, before I apply this on all those, I need to make sure I want that scaling. Because the head should probably not be way bigger than helmets. Just saying. That was not correct. Better. Actually, I got a BRB, folks. Just a minute. I'm back, chat. Let's see. What are we gonna do here? That head is probably as small as I want to go. But if I'm doing this, I now need to check out hair as well, don't I? Yeah. Oh boy. Whoop. Oh, that's not right. Is that how that looked before? I don't remember this hair. This hair I remember more. Let's get that one into position and see what happens. That looks right. Okay. So I did this correctly, I think. Who's hanging me? Oh heavens. Oh heavens. All right. I think that's probably good proportions. Now let's pair it with the clothes from up here. Oh, you are fake neck. There we go. That's probably good. I don't love that. I thought I touched all that stuff up. Let's take a look-see real quick. Nope, it's not that metal texture. It's this one. Paint. Radius of, let's say, 5. Strength, about 0.5. Let's sample that. Good. I can live with that. But not that. There we go. Much better. Okay. So now that I've got the head at the proportions I want, hold on. Gotta make sure it still works for this outfit. I guess it does. I don't love the fact that I've shrunk the head by 10%, but I don't know how else to get it to line up with the helmets. Okay. Now, let me just compare these two again. Woohoo! Yeah, that's a look. That's definitely a look. Oh, whoops. Also, a look. Then again, the hair won't be rendered as part of that, so... Actually, the hair will be rendered as part of that, won't it? Yeah, he just has some amazing eyebrows and eyelashes, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, sure. Out of curiosity, it's not that better at that scaling. I'm actually tempted to try something here. And I know this seems like I'm definitely doing something wrong, but don't worry about it. Wait a second. That's not that. What? Which image are you? Mask, tint, PBR, head parts. Okay. Whatever you say, bro. Actually, I could just do that. That'll work. There we go. I think I might want to just get rid of the eyebrow. First off, what does that do? Kind of helps. That's not right. Oh, I didn't mean to undo that. What if I just lighten up the eyelash part? A little better. I like it. That works. Obviously, it still has problems, but... Okay. Oh, right. Why am I sneezing so much today? Ah. That head is too high. No, it needs to be that high. Any lower and it looks like he has no neck with this outfit. Okay. probably as good as I'm gonna get. Oh, I'm in fiddle mode, aren't I? I'm in fiddle mode. Come on, meat chat. I'm just fiddling. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. If I want to improve that later, I'll pay an artist. In completely unrelated info, was looking through some job postings recently, and there was a very interesting job listing for a small team manager, which I think I could have a lot of fun with, assuming it's a decent company. Job listing was for a manager of between 2 and 5 people for the team, which I could do that. And prior to starting this company, I wanted to be a manager for ages. And it sounds like they want a manager technical lead, which is kind of exactly the job description I've wanted prior to doing Dum Dum Make. So I'm thinking I might just apply. I would definitely have to change the way I'm doing game development, but I would have the option of spending money to hire people as opposed to doing everything myself, which, you know, could still work. Streams would definitely have a different structure since it would be less of my hands-on stuff. Wait a second. Something's wrong here. There you are. Dang it. Oh, I'm on the right one. Where are these pieces, though? Oh, there you are. That's not the right tool. Welcome back. No dusting was done, but the crawl space is now yours. Nice. Okay, that's partially fixed. Those rivets were silly anyway. I agree. And I hate that I'm doing this again, but it needs to happen. Nope. Okay. That should give me a much cleaner render. Okay, so head is in a good spot. Actually, let's... think that'll work. That's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work at all. Okay. I don't... Because I'm at a loss now. I thought I had this solved, and then it just isn't. So the head isn't actually going to be there. I'm using it for scale. The problem is... Let me remove the face. Problem is... He's got a floating head. Still a neck thing, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Just keep the neck. So there's other problems here. I can't just keep the neck. Because when I want to render with this outfit down here, there's a collar. And I have to pick which piece is on top. And that's not exactly a simple thing to decide. So, which piece are you suggesting I add a neck to? Am I adding a neck to the body or the head? You didn't know to consider that? Yeah, so I'm not going to actually have a separate neck piece. It's either going to be part of the clothes or part of the helmet. And I need to figure out which. And the things to consider here, if I make the neck part of the helmet, clothes are going to be on top. Like, the helmet will be sorted at a lower layer in 2D than the clothes. If I make the neck part of the clothes, then the helmet needs to be on top. But I need to figure out which way I want that. I think I want the helmet on top. Which means the neck needs to be part of the clothes. Yes, the head is going to be a separate sprite sheet. The idea here is I'm making a customizable character where you can swap different shoulder pads, different clothes, different heads. But for that to work, I need to pick what the render order is, like the layering. So heads need to be on top for helmets to work. Okay. So the fake neck is going to be part of the clothing render. I need to make this the same width as this neck. Why is that? Oh, it's animated, that's why. It's fine. I actually want it just slightly thinner than this neck. Just slightly, though. The Z I don't need to shrink. And actually, that might be perfect for what I'm trying to do. Now, here's a question. But for this angle, I want the clothes on top. Ah! So then the neck can't be part of it. Right? Okay, let me rethink about this. Maybe I do need to render the neck as its own thing, which is going to be very stupid. Hold on. Let me see something. So one thing I can do is have them sort on a case-by-case basis. So, for example, I could have this outfit sort on top when viewed from behind. That's an option. Can do that. If I do that, what happens to the renders for the helmets? So there's a missing, potentially a missing pixel there. I thought I said I want... Okay, so I do have a missing pixel there, but the in-paint shader I have planned is going to take care of that. And so that'll end up as like a blue-gray. Not actually what I want. Hold on. If this is not here, how does that render? I'm losing the yellow. No. Ah. Let's embolden the collars yellow. Not quite that much. Okay. Did that bring the yellow trim back? Hey, it kind of sort of did. Maybe. It needs to be bolder though. Okay, I need to get rid of this highlight. Not doing me any favors right now. That highlight is here, I think. Nope. Okay, I'm on the right one. Good. Good. Gorgeous. It's now doing exactly what I want. That spot needs to be bolder. That's probably close enough. Ooh, I can get it exactly how I want it with that. Good. Done. Okay. So where I need to take stock on this again. This helmet is fine. I don't even need a neck for this. Yeah, the way I sort this is helmet on top, and the in paint takes care of it. The collar is going to look a bit thick there, but it's fine. Next, how do you render? Helmet on top. What happened there? Oh, there is a gap there. That's cool. In paint will take care of that though. So that's gonna end up with a bad color. Wonder if I should lower the shoulder pads a bit. Let's try it. Maybe not. Okay. Does fix the problem, sort of. What is happening here? Oh no, it's that! The helmet! Oh no! Oh god. Fine. I'll use my new modeling skills. I know how to solve this problem. That might actually be enough. Beautiful. I'll end up with some weird artifacting like right here, I think. Like this pixel is going to turn greenish, but it'll be a weird green. Because it'll have like two dark blues. Yeah. It'll be a weird color, but I think that's okay. Oh, and the recoloring happens prior to the in-paint step, so it's fine. It's absolutely fine. That probably render clear. Oh, what the heck is going on there? Why do you hate me? Okay, this is the one I care about. I think I need to take the color from one of these spots, or this spot would probably be best. There. And just sort of spray it on this region. There's the problem area. Well, that begs the question, where is... this section? Okay, that's where I want to sample from. Why do you keep switching back? Garbage. Let's take something like... I kind of want that color, but mixed with that color. I think literally just up the value a little bit is what I want. Then sort of awkwardly spray it along here. I don't love it. But it does clean up the render quite a bit. No, I don't like it. Let's do this a different way. Is that correct? Yes, yes it is. Surely I can find a setting better for this. Okay, how do I stop it from leading into there? There's got to be a better way. Well, that didn't work. Nope. What about red? That works. Gorgeous. Why is that an option? I have no desire to ever do that. Okay, stop. That's not the same. Not even remotely close. What are you doing? Okay. Now, how do I get that to be the color I want? Um... I think that might be good. Definitely a more saturated yellow than what I'm looking for over there. Maybe just up the saturation a bit, turn it a little darker. Maybe that's all I need to do. Pretty good. Yeah. That'll do the job. Gotta clean those up. Highlights are a bit too vibrant. That I think I overdid. That's good. Nice. That works. Now. Last touch up. Gotta calm down those highlights. Okay, so maybe I do need to dust more than I thought. Wish I could get that one pixel to flip, but don't think I'll be able to. Because it is at the, like, worst possible angle there. And I'm gonna have plenty of instances in specific frames where a pixel is off, so... Though there is some bleeding going on there, so... Also... That... Huh. That's happening there. So let's touch that up. We'll use that color. Close to perfect. Maybe that's too dark of a color. Helps a bit. Now, the UV in that spot isn't quite right. Okay. Please? Hey! And let's just take a gander at that one. I think that is the equivalent on the other side. Where is it extra thin? Not working. These pixels are in just the worst spots. Well, part of the issue is this thing jumps 2 pixels at once. Let's fix that right now. Anywhere I have a 2 pixel jump, that needs to stop. Much better. Well, better. Much better would be a bit too generous. That's better. Hooray! It's looking almost exactly how I want it to. I think I got a little too aggressive around here, though. There we go. That's what I'm looking. Ooh. That'll do. That'll do. What? Unacceptable. That's gonna have to be good enough. Okay, so I think I'm okay with that helmet and all that, those touch-ups. Guess the helmet. No, in that case, clothes go on top. I don't want to have separate animations for each asset, though. This one... helmet can go on top. It's safe. And I'll do a knockout for out of the skin. The faces. That's what I'll do. Okay. Create knockout for clothes using faces. Layer faces below clothes. Layer helmets above clothes. Yeah. Because then the helmet will just cover up that part of the collar, the front. But the collar will still be visible in the back. Yeah, that can work. This helmet. Does it work all angles? Yes. Have a little bit of transparency coming through. But that'll get fixed by the in paint. Oh god, this helmet. Maybe I'm okay with it. Like, maybe the in paint will just solve the problem. I think it will. I kind of hate this helmet anyway, though. Not gonna lie. Alright, gonna have to readjust all of these. That's fun. But I knew I was gonna have to do that anyway. But now that I have the heads where I want them, this should be easy, right? Okay. Oh no. Oh no! Oh god. The knockout plan doesn't work with that. Son of a gun. Which means I need to go back to my idea of having no longer a fake neck. It's going to be the actual skin tone neck. It actually works amazingly well. Kind of impressed. Oh shoot, I didn't touch up that section. Arg. It's the edit that never ends. Well, that is terribly wrong. Okay, back to GIMP. And it was like 30-30. Did the edit before. And this will be the last edit of the day. I can finish up the helmets tomorrow and we can get into actual renders. Need a stretch though. All right. Good. They match now. Mostly. And that, folks, is where I'm going to have to call it for the day. So, there you are. Folks, thank you so much for joining. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. If you did, please give the video a share. Maybe you know someone who wants to learn game dev along with us. And an extra special thank you to my supporters over on Ko-fi. Thank you so much. And yeah, above all, I hope y'all have absolutely wonderful day. Take care, everyone.